Vedant, am I audible to you? Vedant,
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
and is it visible? Slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. ठेव ना कशात ठेवायचं ते. हे काय बँक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र कुठे आता बिबवेवाडीला आहे. होणार नाहीत ते. नाही. Okay, we'll revise the last time so that you will understand the further. You have done this earlier. We have seen your reading or learning also. So these are the characteristic of the these are the characteristic nothing but dehydration reaction. C3A tricalcium aluminate. We write it 3CaO dot Al2O3 dot 6H2O and there giving you 3CO dot L23 6H2O as it is 880 highest energy heat liberated during the hydration reaction. Then second reaction we have seen tetracalcium aluminoferrite at C4AF, that is 4CO dot Al2O3 dot Fe2O3 dot 7H2O. Earlier there were 6H2O. Now this is 7H2O. 3 will come here. 3COAL2 will come and 6H2O will come here. 1 CaO, 1 Fe2O3. That is CaO will be represented by say Fe2O3 will be by F. So CaO plus Fe2O3 and 1H2O. In other way, we have seen C4AF plus 7H2O giving you C3A dot 6H2O plus CF. CaO is C and Fe2O3 is F and 1H2O. 6 we have used here. The heat of hydration is 420. Earlier it was 880, now it is 420 second constituent. Then we will see C3S. C3S already two times we have to take CaO dot SiO2. This 3 to 3 we already seen 3CaO. This is just the revision I am taking. Already we have done this. This is just the revision I am taking till the others are joining. Please mute yourself. Kind request to you all. Please mute yourself. Please, kind request. Okay. So here there. So already we have seen this reaction. Two times you have to take 6H2O. This will give you 3 to 3, 3 CO, 2 SiO2, 3 H2O and 3 COH twice. Then the heat evolved is 500. So earlier first reaction was there 880, second was 420 and third is 500. Short form of this is 2CS. 2 now 3 CO, so C3 S SiO2 is S, 6 H2O we have here. 3 CO means C3, 2 SiO2 means C2, 3 H2O, 3 COH twice. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. I don't want your parents are discussing something in the class. Now, gel we have seen already that it is for the adhesion property, binding property, and crystal formation is for the strength. More the degree of crystallization gives the degree of hardness or the strength too. So more the degree of crystallization, more will be the strength of the crystal. So that is here we have two times short form C3S. Here we have written 6H2O, C3H2 here 3H2O plus 3COH twice. This is your crystal, this is your gel. Gel is for adhesion and this is for crystallization 500. Remember the heat of hydration C3A 880, C4AF 420. Then this one C3S 500. Now C2S 250. Here again two molecule. Earlier we took 6H2O. Here it is 4H2O. You have to take. The product is same 3CO dot 2 SiO2 dot 3H2O. And instead of earlier 3 COH twice, here you get 1 COH twice. Crystal is for strength development and gel is for adhesion property. Heat of hydration is 250. So 880, then 420, then we have 500 and then we have 250. So we have seen this. Now gypsum is added, gypsum XCSO4 dot 2H2O, X value is 32, 32 molecules are there. So when they will react, 3CaO dot Al2O3 dot XCSO4 dot 2H2, you have to write it. The product is tricalcium sulfoaluminate. X value is 32. So in the MCQ type question, it may be asked, due the retardation in the initial setting is due to what? So one answer is gypsum. If gypsum option is not there, then it is due to formation of tricalcium sulfoaluminate. Remember the formula. Tricalcium means 3CaO. Aluminate means Al2O3, XCSO4, 2H2O, where X takes the value of 32. So that is these are the reaction we have seen. Now actually what is setting and hardening we will see from the today's topic. So here we have the two steps: initial setting and final setting. Initial setting, if you take a cement powder and if you add water to it, you get the paste of the cement, that is the which slowly and steadily becomes thick, and that stiffening of the paste is the initial setting. Now what is final setting? In final setting, the crystal formation begins. So initial strength is developed in the final setting. Stiffening in the initial setting. Initial strength is developed in the final setting. And then we have third step, hardening. Hardening, final strength is developed. Again, I am telling you, gel gives adhesion property, binding property. Crystal gives the strength. More the degree of crystallization, more will be the strength. So initial strength is developed in the final setting, which can bear certain load. Only stiffening occurs in the initial setting. If you will not add gypsum, when you add the water to the cement, cement paste becomes hard like a stone, and then you cannot use it for the construction purpose. So for that purpose, we have to add the gypsum to increase the setting time from half an hour to 1 day. Now final setting take 2 to 7 days, and in which the initial strength is developed because of crystal formation, and hardening final strength is developed, which is again due to the formation of crystal in the process. Now initial setting is the day one, and what are the reaction? These two are the reaction. All the reaction in the setting and hardening, they are hydration reaction and some heat is evolved. So initial setting takes 1 day from the preparation of paste. So may take the cement powder, add sufficient water to it, and then within 1 day you apply it for the construction work. What is this? The C3, already we have seen hydration. 3CaO dot Al2O3 dot 6H2O. This plus sign you remove, just put 6H2O, then 880 kilojoule per kg. In the abbreviation, it will be C3A dot plus 6H2O, giving you C3A dot 6H2O, 880 kilojoule per kg. It takes 1 day. Not only this reaction, but this reaction also tetracalcium aluminoferrite, that is C4AF, also undergoes hydration. So what is the reaction of the C4AF? Already we have learned, so I am just revising it. 4CaO dot Al2O3 dot Fe2O3. This C4 represent 4CaO, A represent Al2O3, F represent Fe2O3, and here water is there. Now when it is there, you get out of 4, 3CaO you get and 1 Al2O3, and out of 7 H2Os you get 6 H2O, and what is left? 1 CaO, 1 Fe2O3, and 1 H2 is left, and 420 kilojoule per kg. Earlier it was 880, now it is 420. Now if we have to use the abbreviation C4AF, this tetracalcium aluminoferrite is C4A plus 7H2O, giving you C3A. C3A means 3CaO dot Al, Al2O3 dot 6H2O, and 1 H2 is CF, 1 CaO and 1 F. So C stand for CaO, F stand for Fe2O3, and A stand for Al2O3. Heat evolved is 420 kilojoule per kg. Then next is final setting. Initial setting, only the stiffness is observed. In the final setting, initial strength formation is observed. due to formation of crystal. Here see the crystals are formed and the gel is for binding capacity of the cement powder. So two molecule you have to take 3 times CaO dot SiO2 6H2O giving you 3 CaO dot 2 SiO2 dot 3 H2O. Out of 6 H2O 3 are used, so 3 CaOH twice. Crystal is for strength and gel is for binding capacity. So here short form 2 is C3, 3 times CaO means 3, C3, SiO2 means S, 6H2 here. So C3H2 here, C3H2, 2 times SiO2, so H2 here, 3H2 plus 3 CaOH twice. So and heat evolved is 500. So for initial setting, we have the, yes, which constituent are undergoes hydration for initial setting. Chalo, which two constituent undergo hydration? Fatapat,
C3A.
C3 and
C3A.
Tricalcium aluminate.
C4AF.
and what are the heat of hydration? What are the heat of
880 and
hydration?
420.
80
880 and
880
420.
kilojoule
80
and
and
420
420.
kilojoule.
420.
Kilojoule. And what is the period required for initial setting? 1 day. Final set,
1 day.
final setting it is 2 to 7 days. And hydration reaction is C3S. C3S means tricalcium silicate. C3S means tricalcium silicate. So two molecules of C3S plus 6H2O. Again, the product is same like earlier. 3CO2, SiO2, 3H2O. Out of 6, 3 water molecules are used. So you get COH twice. COH is crystal, initial crystal formation, which gives the initial strength to the cement to bear the load. And this gel formation gives the adhesion property or binding property. So here, these two remains here, short form, the C3CO will become C3, SiO2 become S, 6H2 is here. So C3H2 plus 3H2 plus 3COH twice, heat evolved is 500 kilojoule per mole. Now remember the name of the gel is Dauber Morite gel, and remember the formula 3CO2 SiO2 3H2O. Gel is for adhesion or binding and crystal is for strength development. So these are the properties. 2 to 7 days are required. Heat revolved is 500, 880, 420, 500. And last step is the hardening where it takes 7 to 28 days. So after the cement is formed, cement paste is formed, total 28 days are required for the hardening. So final strength will depend on the how much degree of crystallization is there. More the degree of crystallization, more will be the hardness or the strength bearing capacity. So the reaction responsible for hardening is C2S, dicalcium silicate. It undergoes hydration. Dicalcium silicate undergoes. Earlier it was 6H2, now here it is 4H2O. Earlier it was 3CaO, now it is 2CaO. So product is again same, 3CaO, 2SiO2, 3H2O, topomolite gel, and instead of 3 COH twice, here 1 COH twice is there, and heat evolved is 250 kilojoule per. Strength again gives the crystal and gel gives the adhesion property. Short form 2C2S. This 2CO becomes C2, SiO2 become S, 4H2O, C3H2, C3H2, 3H2 plus COOH twice. It takes 7 to 28 days. So here, what is the function of gypsum? If you add water to the cement, it forms the thick paste which becomes stone-like, and we cannot apply it for the construction work. So that initial setting we can extend it to 1 day by adding small amount of gypsum. What is the formula of gypsum? XCSO4.2H2O, where the X takes value 32. When it reacts with your C3A, then this get the plus sign you remove, just put dot here, 3CaO dot L2O3 dot XCSO4 dot 2H2, which is called as tricalcium sulfoaluminate. Tricalcium sulfoaluminate. So the initial setting is increased. The time for initial setting is increased because of formation of tricalcium sulfoaluminate. Remember the formula 3CaO Al2O3 dot HCSO4 dot 2H2 where X takes the value 32. So that is total. We can summarize this. The cement paste we have made in one day. These two components C3 and C4F undergoes hydration here 880 kilojoule per kg, here 420 kilojoule per kg. Then in the final initial setting, this is final setting, C3S undergo hydration, it takes 2 to 7 days, and then 2 to 7 days that is done. The heat evolved is 500 kilojoule per kg, and then it under C2S undergoes final hardening or the hardening where 250 kilojoule heat is evolved. So that is the summarization. Now these are the specification of Portland cement. You just take the screenshot of it and learn everything. Believe that at least one MCQ will be there on this question. So what is the lime saturation factor for the Portland cement? The three choices, four choices will be there. You have to select the correct one. So for MCQ, at least one MCQ, 100% will be there. So take the screenshot. We will not utilize our time here because for this unit we need 8 lectures, whereas syllabus use 6 lecture only, and that is why every alternate week we are going to take one lecture extra on Friday, that is 9 to 10. This week I am taking M division extra lecture, next week L division, again one, next to next M division, and next to next L division. This is I have taken the permission from the Patil madam. It is for completing the syllabus. Otherwise, in the given period, nothing will be taught and the marks will be deducted. So I want everyone to learn these values, especially what are there for the MCQ type question. Take the screenshot of this. So as I is there, now these are the two books which you have to refer. Wrap up, we have seen that Portland cement is used in concrete, mortar, and grout. Grout, I have said that it is the filler which is used between the tiles, so that it is cement is used in it, so that it will keep the tiles, Spartak tiles together. No breaking will be there. It will increase the strength that is there. Then we have seen all the constituent which are there and their characteristic property, heat of hydration. This is the summary. Here, 6 water molecule. Remember, this is the most important slide which summarizes the things. C3A6H2O 880 kilojoule, C4AF7H2O. Here, C3A6H2O plus CF1H2O 420. Then final setting 2 to 7 days. C3S undergoes hydration. Heat of hydration is 500. Here it gives C3H2, 3H2. Here also C3H2, 2H2 in the final setting and hardening. This product is same. Here 6H2 are there. Here 2 are there. Here C3S is there. Here C2S is there. 2 molecule. Here 3 COH twice are formed. Here 1 COH twice is formed. COH twice is crystal. And this is your gel formation. Adhesion is due to gel formation and crystal gives the strength of this 880, 420, 500 and 220, and this is the gypsum XaSO4 2H2O. So X takes the value of 32. Then next time we have to see what are the polymer, and this is the first lecture over, but without wasting time we are going to start the second lecture because 8 lectures are required and syllabus has given us only syllabus has given yeah, I will send a PPT once I will get the permission from the madam. I will share it on your WhatsApp group. I will upload it on our VOLP also. How to access the VOLP, that also I will explain you. Don't worry, well in advance you will get it. Presently, every one of us we are busy in completing the syllabus because we can expect the first examination very soon. So this is the second your lecture of the unit 2. Name of the unit you know. Then here what we are going to study. So we are going to study the different specialty polymer and application of this in construction, electronic, mechanical. Why we are not sharing? Because for second topic the contents are more. Even for 8 lecture we cannot finish it. So we are planning to reduce the syllabus, and once it is finalized within a day or two, we will take the decision. Then our we will share the slides of the final syllabus. So please believe me that I will give the notes to you. Please attend extra lecture. Attendance will be considered for the lecture for final calculation. This is because it is not because any lecture has gone off, but it is because the length of the syllabus is more, which we want to accommodate. Now, what do you understand by specialty polymer? Specialty polymer means these are certain example: polytetrafluoroethylene. तुम्ही नॉनस्टिक कुकवेअर पाहिलं असेल, डोसा तवा वगैरे, तिथे टेफ्लॉनचं कोटिंग असतं. देन थर्मोप्लास्टिक पॉलियुरेथिन्स तुम्ही पाहिले, थर्माकोल तुम्ही पाहिलेलं आहे, पॉलिसल्फोन्स इज देअर, पॉलिॲसिटिलीन, केवलार एक्सेट्रा. यांना काही ना काहीतरी स्पेशल प्रॉपर्टी आहे किंवा युजेस आहे प्रॉपर्टीमुळे, म्हणून त्यांना स्पेशालिटी पॉलिमर म्हटलेलं आहे. हे त्याचे एक्झाम्पल आहे: पीटीएफई, पॉलिटेट्राफ्लोरोइथिलीन, थर्मोप्लास्टिक पॉलियुरेथिन्स, पॉलिसल्फोन्स अँड पॉलिॲसिटिलीन, केवलार. हे 5 एक्झाम्पल आहे. अजूनही भरपूर आहे, पण हे 5 आपण स्टडी करणार आहोत, म्हणून लेंथ जास्त आहे. दॅट वी आर गोइंग टू ट्राय टू मिनिमाइज इट. Now, why they are important one? Because they find their application in the construction work, in the packaging work, or transportation from one place to another, in electronics industry, in mechanical industry, and so on. These are just representative. In automobile industry also, these are important. So these polymers are important in electronic industries, mechanical industry, automobile industry, packaging, transportation, everything. Therefore, we need to study them. Specialty polymer fast होते का? Up till now it was a revision. Was it fast? Are you getting it? Please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
You are getting it. Why only one girl is saying? Why not all? Tell me and stop me as many as times you want. If you
Yes,
are,
ma'am.
you are getting it,
Yes, ma'am.
speed is okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first specialty polymer, just excuse me. I'll drink the water. एक सेकंड के लिए सिर्फ. So first type of specialty polymer we are going to study is conducting polymer. Basically, they are the bad conductor. Any polymer is basically bad conductor of the electricity, but we have to make them conducting. This is because to increase their application in the electronics industry, automobile industry, etc. So majority of the polymers are bad conductor of electricity, and only reason is that they do not carry any delocalized electron, pi electron. So either they should have the pi electron in them, either they should have the pi electron in them, or they should have the aromatic ring, that is delocalized pi electron cloud. So the polymers in which delocalized pi electrons are present, alternate single and double bond are present, or aromatic ring are present, they are called as conducting polymer. Conducting polymers are further classified into two: extrinsic conducting polymer ECP and intrinsic conducting polymer ICP. What is the difference? Extrinsic, basically they are non-conductor, they are bad conductor of electricity. They do not conduct electricity unless and until something is added to them. So something is added is called as, we are doping them or we are blending them. So either we will add some metallic powder, carbon black, etc., or metal oxide, so that the delocalized pi electron cloud is generated there, because of which they can conduct the electricity. Basically, they do not have delocalized electrons, so they do not conduct electricity. But adding something like metal oxide, metal powder, or carbon black, we make them conducting, and those conducting polymers are called as extrinsic conducting polymer. Now, what is intrinsic conducting polymer? They have very little. They have very little conducting property because of the conjugation present in them. What do you mean by conjugation? What do you mean by conjugation? Alternate single and alternate double bond. In their structure, they have alternate single and alternate double bond. So because of double bond, they have pi electron, delocalized pi electron, and because of which they conduct electricity by their own. And therefore, they are called as intrinsic conducting polymer. Intrinsic conducting polymer because they basically have the delocalized electron, because of which they conduct the electricity on their own, but it is not to the desired extent, but they are conducting. Extrinsic, not at all conducting. By adding something, we are making them conducting. So that is the difference between extrinsic and intrinsic polymer. Now this is the range given in which particular insulator is there, means bad conductor, semiconductor, the S per cm. Tell me what will be the S per cm? Hmm? What is this range is? 10 raised to minus S per cm or 10 raised to 2 S per cm. This is for insulator. This is there. It is will be asked in the MCQ. 10 raised to minus S per cm. Up to that, the material is bad conductor. 10 raised to minus 8 to 10 raised to plus 2, they are semiconductor. And 10 plus to 2 onward, they are conductors. What is SCM unit? That you may give me the answer. This is the typical structure of intrinsically conducting polymer. They conduct the polymer electricity because they have the pi electron. Pi electron are not localized electron. Sigma electron are localized electron. You cannot move sigma electron, but you can move the pi electron. So they are delocalized electron. See here, alternate single bond, double bond, single
Hello,
bond.
ma'am.
Bolo.
Ma'am, S per cm is the unit conductivity, ma'am. It is
But
conductivity
what is the
unit
long
of
form of it? What is the long form?
Siemens per
Siemens,
centimeter.
Siemens
Siemens
per
per
centimeter.
centimeter.
Siemens per centimeter.
Siemens per.
Centimeter.
Okay, thank you. Good. So here, this pi delocalized cloud is there, because of which little bit conductivity what they have, it is due to this. Then next is this is the polymer shows appreciable conductivity if either it is there, means conjugated double bond. Conjugated, this is one condition. Earlier also it was shown the same. Alternate single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. So delocalization by of pi electron is possible, which we call it as resonance. So presently first is single bond, second is double bond, third is single bond, fourth is pi bond. But if delocalization takes place, then maybe first will become double bond, then single, then double, second, exactly opposite arrangement you get, because of this is here endless, here it is endless, that is why n is written here. So it may happen that presently between C2 and C3, according to this structure, double bond is there. Later on, maybe C1 and C2 will have double bond. C2 and C3 may have single bond. So alternate double and single bond, that means conjugation is necessary. Now what other condition are there for ICP? They must be crystalline, not powdery. The polymer must be crystalline, highly crystalline. Well developed arrangement should be there. The constituent particles must have certain symmetry, geometry, etc. They should not be powder like, and they should have planarity, means the molecule should define one molecule will be in one plane, second in second plane, and so on. So they should be highly crystalline and highly planarity. That is the requirement. Then second requirement is aromatic rings. They should have aromatic ring because delocalization of pi electron should be there. And third is delocalized electron pair. So these are the four requirement. Must be the in the ICP is the one which is highly crystalline, highly planar, means well regular arrangement, ordered arrangement of the constituent particle. It should have the aromatic rings or resonating structure, alternate single bond, alternate double bond. Then only it will conduct the electricity. So this is the first condition, that they will have the resonating structure and conjugation structure, alternate single bond, alternate double bond, alternate single, alternate double bond. Then second condition, aromatic structure, and you can see that it is a ordered arrangement. They are planar one. They are filling in. They are fitting in one plane. Here also they are in one plane, not making two or three planes. So aromatic rings are there. Here also the aromatic rings are there. Here also not aromatic but cyclic five-membered cyclic compounds are there. Here alternate single double single double single bonds are there. Single double single. So wherever you get conjugation of single and double bond, that is alternate single double bond, crystalline arrangement, planar arrangement, or presence of aromatic ring, that are the requirement of ICP. ICP means intrinsic conducting polymer, जे स्वतः बेसिकली अशा प्रकारच्या पेक्युलर स्ट्रक्चरमुळे थोडीफार कंडक्टिव्हिटी दाखवतात. एक्सट्रिन्सिक मध्ये हे स्ट्रक्चर नाहीये त्यामुळे ते दाखवत नाही. हे अजून थोडेसे याचे एक्झाम्पल आपण पाहिले ICPचे. Then these are the some example. Remember the name of the ICP. Remember the name of the ICP. For MCQ they are important. One is polyacetylene, trans polyacetylene. Remember the name as well as structure. Here between the two phenyl ring NH group is there. It is called as polyaniline. Trans polyacetylene, polyaniline, and polyphenylene. Phenylene means phenyl ring or benzene ring. So phenyl ring is there, single bond, phenyl ring, single bond, phenyl ring. So polyphenylene, then polyaniline and trans polyacetylene. These are the structure. Trans polyacetylene, polyaniline, and polyphenylene. These are the three example of ICP, intrinsic conducting polymer. लक्षात ठेवा. Trans polyacetylene, polyaniline, and polyphenylene. These are the structure. These are some of the applications of the ICP material. These are the conducting wires are there, which are in which the ICP is used. This is the film, roll film, etc. You can recognize this, what are there, video clips and all that which are there. So these are the example. Now ICP, even if they are conducting one, their conductivity is very less. Their conductivity is very less, and therefore we have to increase the conductivity, and that process is called as doping process. The process by which we can increase the conductivity of ICP. The process by which we can increase the conductivity of ICP. ICP means what? What is ICP? Long form. Intrinsic conducting polymer. चला एकदा सगळ्यांनी म्हणा. What is ICP?
Intrinsic
conducting polymer.
And what is
Intrinsic
ECP?
conducting polymer.
What is ECP? What is
Extrinsic conducting
Extrinsic
polymer.
conducting
what is the
polymer.
basic difference between ICP and ECP? What is the basic difference between ICP and ECP? Yes. What is the basic
ECP are non
In extrinsic
are
conductor,
conducting in
external
They are
material,
insulator. They are
something is
insulator.
added to.
Make them conductor. They are insulator basically. Here they are maybe you can call semiconductor. We can increase their conductivity. Now there are two ways by which you can increase the conductivity. One is called as B doping. P means positive and N means negative doping. Now the polymer, conducting polymer, they do not have any charge on them, and therefore they conduct very less electricity. So the idea is that in doping, either we will create positive charge on this ICP or negative charge on them on ICP. In either case, their conductivity increases. परत मी सांगते, doping म्हणजे conductivity वाढवायची ICP ची, either creating positive charge on them or creating negative charge on them. जर positive charge create करून जर आपण केलं तर त्याला म्हणायचं P doping, positive doping, आणि निगेटिव्ह चार्ज जर क्रिएट करून त्याची कंडक्टिव्हिटी वाढवली तर त्याला आपण म्हणणार आहोत एन डोपिंग. द पी डोपिंग वी आर युजिंग द वी आर क्रिएटिंग पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज that is possible by oxidation. What do you mean by oxidation? What do you mean by oxidation? What do you
Addition
mean?
of oxygen or removal of hydrogen is known as
Yeah.
oxidation.
So we are removing the electron. Oxidation means de-electronation. We are removing the electron, so it becomes positive. So p-doping is possible by oxidation by using Lewis acid. Can you give me few example of Lewis acid? I2, Br2, PF6, etc. Remember, p-doping is due to oxidation and it is by using Lewis acid. Oxidation is de-electronation. They remove the electron, they create the positive charge. Therefore, the name is positive doping. Positive doping is creating positive charge by using Lewis acid such as I2, Br2, PF6, which will remove electron from them, from the conducting polymer, and create the positive charge on them. Similarly, N-dipping is creating negative charge. It is done by reduction. Reduction means electronation. We are giving the electron to the polymer. We are giving the electron to the polymer. So by reduction, you are increasing the negative charge on it, and it is done by Lewis basis. Positive charge oxidation, Lewis acid. Negative charge reduction, Lewis basis. Remember, positive charge oxidation, Lewis acid. Negative charge reduction, Lewis basis. What are the example of Lewis acid? I2, Br2, PF6, etc. What are the example of the Lewis bases? That is the Na or Li, lithium or sodium. Lithium or sodium. Reduction, negative doping. Oxidation, positive charge, Lewis acid, I2, Br2, PF6, etc. So that is the doping conducting polymers. Now the next one. So we have seen P doping and N doping. This doping is done for ICP polymer, not for any other polymer. We are doing it only for ICP polymer, not for extrinsic polymer. आता हे आपण लेविस ऍसिड वापरलेत I2, Br2 or PF6. So this is the polyacetylene small formula. C2H2 unit is repeated n times. Just now I had shown you polyacetylene. This is the polyacetylene formula. So C2H2 group is repeated repeated n times. So C2H2 n times, two molecule you will take 3 times I2. I2 is oxidation, Lewis acid. It will remove the electron from the polyacetylene. So plus charge is developed on polyacetylene. 3 I2 will become, here 2 is there. The 2 will come here and 3 will go to the bottom. 2 will come here and 3 will go to the bottom, and this is the product which is conducting polymer, which shows p doping, example of p doping. So iodine has removed the electron, then the two we have kept it outside the bracket. Inside the bracket, small bracket is there, C2H2 n times as it is, plus charge on it, and I has taken the electron, so I has become negative. 2 3 I2 means 6 we have used. Out of that, 2 we have utilized here, so 3 will be here. Here n is there, here 3 is there, here 2 is there, here positive charge is there, here I minus 3I is there. Just remember this. N doping, it is done by, फास्ट झालेलं आहे का आत्ताचं? फास्ट झालेलं आहे का, कळले तुम्हाला?
कळलं मॅम.
कळले. Okay. Now similarly, N doping, we are creating negative charge by reduction, means gain of electron by donating electron, and the example is Lewis basis. The two example are lithium and sodium. So here two molecules are there, C2H2 n times are there. Then here Na is there for reduction. 2 times here there, C2H2 n times. This negative charge comes here and it becomes positive because it has taken the it has lost the electron to this group. It has lost the electron, so it becomes positive. It has gained the electron, so it has become negative. C2H2 n times plus is same. Here plus, here it is negative. Here I3 minus, here Na plus, and outside the 2 is same. The reactant is same. Here 2 times in bracket C2H2N. Here 3I2 is there. Here 2 in bracket C2H2 N times plus is there. I3 minus is there. Here again 2 times C2H2 N times is there plus Na is there. So 2 is there in bracket small bracket. We have C2H2N as it is, but minus charge because electron has taken by Na plus. So this is P doping, this is N doping. Take 1 minute and prepare both the reaction. P doping and N doping reaction are important for MCQ as well as subjective question. Subjective question means you will be given the half part, either reactant or product. Remaining part you have to write it there itself. That is subjective, means not long answer question. Subjective. Objective means you will be given a choices. For subjective, only suppose this part is given. This part is given. This you have to write it down correctly. That is subjective, not the long answer question I am saying. And if it is MCQ, this one formula along with that 3 more formula will be there. 3 times here, 2 times here. Maybe confusing will be given. That is MCQ. And if only product is our product is given, reactant and one is given, second you have to write. Please mute कर बेटा. कस कर mute कर बेटा. Okay, so that is there. Sorry, excuse me. Learn the reaction. For subjective type, it will be there. Subjective type means fill in the blank. One line answer only fill in the blank. Either reactant will be given, you have to write the product correctly, or product will be given, and out of 2 reactant, 1 reactant will be given, second reactant you have to write it down. That is subjective. It is also for 1 mark. No options will be given to choose the correct one. Are you through with both the reaction? Are you through with both the reaction?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Describe P doping with the reaction. Fatapat. Anyone willingly. P doping. चलो. P doping म्हणजे काय सांगा पटापट. No one is ready? चला पटापट करा. What is P doping?
Ma'am, hello. Hello, ma'am. P doping is addition of Lewis acids into the
Oxidation.
addition of
Addition ne, oxidation by Lewis acid, which
oxidation
creates positive charge
which
on
creates
the
positive charge on
on
the
ICP.
on the polymer.
ICP. And what is N
On the
doping? Lewis
And
base
doping is
reduction
reduction
by
of
Lewis
the
Louis base.
by Lewis base such as Na and Li.
Okay, so that is there. Reaction, you have to remember it. It is there. Now next we will see this doping, why it is so. If I will learn this, you will not understand anything. So first I will explain with this. This is your polyacetylene, alternate double bonds are there. Now you have added I2. What is the nature of I2? Is it a Lewis acid or Lewis base? I2.
Lewis acid.
Lewis acid.
Lewis acid. So P doping or N doping?
P doping.
P
Doping.
doping.
By which process? Oxidation or reduction?
Oxidation.
Oxidation. So if one iodine is there, suppose here double bond is there, here double bond, here also double bond was there. So when iodine is added, it will remove for one bond, the 2 electron are there. Already one bond is there. Instead of second double bond, 2 electrons are there. 1 electron is taken by your I2 and it is converted to I3 minus. Got it? And positive charge is created on this carbon. Have I made you clear? Have I made you clear?
Ma'am.
So here double bond was there, one bond is still there. About the second double bond, There are 2 electrons. 1 electron is taken by I2 and I2 will get converted to I3 minus. So positive charge is created on this carbon and dot is created on this carbon. Clear? This particular situation is called as पोलेरॉन. एक पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज आणि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन, एक पेअर जेव्हा अशी तयार होते त्याला म्हणायचं पोलेरॉन. कळलं का? एकच इलेक्ट्रॉन काढलेला आहे आपण चेन मधनं, तर एक पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज आणि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑन ऍडजस्टंट कार्बन तयार झालाय, त्याला म्हणायचं पोलेरॉन. सपोज वन मोर आयोडीन इज देअर, इट हॅज रिमूव्ड द इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम here double bond is there, it has removed the electron from this carbon, so this carbon will have now positive charge and this carbon will have now electron. So this is second pair. If one pair of the positive charge and loose electron on the adjacent carbon is there, it is poleron. If two pairs are there, one positive charge, one electron, second positive charge, second electron, it is called as bipoleron. If it is 2, it is called as bipoleron. And if this happens throughout the chain, it is called as soliton. कळलं का? डोक्यावरनं केलं? प्लीज बी फ्रँक. तुम्ही हुशार आहात, डोक्यावरनं जाणार नाहीये, तर सांगा मला फ्रँकली कळलंय का नाही? व्हॉट इज पॉलिरॉन, व्हॉट इज बायपॉलिरॉन अँड व्हॉट इज सॉलिटॉन? कळलं नसेल तर हा, कळलं नाहीये का?
कळलं मॅम.
एक मुलगाच फक्त म्हणतोय का रे बाळा? बाकी का नाही म्हणत आहेत माझे मुलं मुली? हा,
कळलं मॅडम.
येस मॅम.
येस मॅम.
हे बघा, ही बेसिक चेन
Yes, ma'am.
आहे. बेसिक चेन आहे. एक आयोडीन आला, त्यांनी तिथल्या डबल बॉन्ड मधला एक इलेक्ट्रॉन उडवला म्हणून तिथे पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज आला. दुसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन जो होतो डबल बॉन्डचा, तो दुसऱ्या कार्बनला गेला. त्या डबल या दोघांमध्ये होता ना, हा एक कार्बन, तर तो दुसरा इथे आला. याला म्हणायचं पोलेरॉन. एकच इलेक्ट्रॉन जेव्हा रिमूव्ह केलेला आहे चेन मधनं, त्याला म्हणायचं पोलेरॉन. आता दुसरा आयोडीन आलाय, त्यांनी काय केलं, इथला तर हे पेअर आहेच आहे, त्यांनी इलेक्ट्रॉन दुसऱ्या कार्बनचा उडवलाय, म्हणजे दुसरा पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज तयार झालाय. मग उरलेला इलेक्ट्रॉन त्याच्या शेजारच्या कार्बनवर झालाय, म्हणजे ही एक पेअर म्हणून याला म्हणायचं बायपोलेरॉन. 3 जर पेअर झाल्या तर ट्रायपोलेरॉन आणि n नंबर ऑफ पेअर्स तयार झाल्या तर सॉलिटॉन. हॅव आय मेड यू क्लिअर?
Yes, ma'am.
And the same
Yes,
description
ma'am.
is given here. So you get, so presently here double bond is there in the soliton. When throughout the chain all the poleron groups are pairs are there, you find that initially double bond was there, now here it is single bond. Here it is single bond, now it has become double bond. Now here it is single bond, it has become double bond. It has become double bond, it has become. ते इतके चेंजेस होतात सॉलिटॉन मध्ये. काय होतं तर इथे जी ऑर्डर आहे डबल बॉन्ड आणि सिंगल बॉन्डची, ती एक्झॅक्टली रिव्हर्स होते. इथे फर्स्ट डबल बॉन्ड होता, इथे फर्स्ट सिंगल बॉन्ड आहे. इथे सेकंड सिंगल बॉन्ड आहे, इथे सेकंड डबल बॉन्ड आहे. तर सॉलिटॉन म्हणजे थ्रू आउट चेन जेवढे काही पॉझिटिव्ह चार्जेस करता येतील अल्टरनेट, शेजारच्या कार्बन वरनं नाही, इथून झाल्यावर इथलं नाही करता येत, इथनं करता येतं, इथनं नाही करता येणार, इथनं करता येईल, अल्टरनेट कार्बन पासून. तर असे एन नंबर ऑफ जर तुम्हाला पोलेरॉन मिळाले तर त्याला फायनली म्हणतो आपण सॉलिटॉन. कळले का सगळ्यांना? तर एक्झॅक्टली पोझिशन ऑफ डबल बॉन्ड गेट रिव्हर्स्ड. इथे पहिले डबल बॉन्ड होता, इथे हे कशामुळे झाले तर सॉलिटॉनमुळे झाले. म्हणजे इथे एकच पेअर आहे प्लस चार्ज आणि लूज इलेक्ट्रॉन, इथे 2 पेअर आहे, इथे 4 असतील, इथे 8 असतील, असं करून शेवटी सॉलिटॉन तुम्हाला मिळतं. सो दिस इज द बँड स्ट्रक्चर, कंडक्शन बँड अँड द व्हॅलन्स बँड बिटवीन द पोलेरॉन. पोलेरॉन म्हणजे एकच पेअर आहे. Soliton means many are there, and soliton band looks like this. Have you got it? It may not be asked, it is a part of. Now what is extrinsically conducting polymer? What is extrinsically conducting polymer? So what is extrinsically? They do not conduct electricity at all. They are insulator. But They are insulator, they are made conductor because we have to use them in the electronic industry, automobile industry, etc. त्यांचं स्कोप वाढवायचं, आपल्याला ऍप्लिकेशन वापरायचे वाढवायचे म्हणून आपण त्यांना कंडक्टिंग करतोय. तर देर आर टू वे बाय विच वी कॅन मेक देम कंडक्टिव्ह. आयदर we are adding the metallic fibers, metal oxide or carbon black there during molding stage. Now, when the polymer is ready and we have to convert it into certain article, suppose you have to convert it into an electric wire, then the polymer is ready, but wire is not ready. So we will keep the molten mass of the polymer, and in that you add any one out of this. You add, yes, you have raised the hand, Adesh. Any query? Adesh? Any query? Adesh? Am I audible to you? Adesh, you have raised the hand. Do you have any query? You have raised the hand. Do you have any query? Adesh, say something. Yes or no? Huh? Adesh, query आहे का? Okay. So if you have any problem, personal one, later on you call me 6 to 10 anytime. Today. I am free to attend your query. So extrinsically, इरेश मुदळे, काय रे, काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे सांगा ना. तुम्ही हात रेज करताय पण काही क्वेरी विचारत नाहीये. बोला ना. एम आय ऑडिबल टू यू? एम आय ऑडिबल टू यू?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you are raising the hand, please ask me your queries. Shall I assume that you have no queries? No one has any query? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So extrinsic conducting
Yes,
polymer,
ma'am.
basically they are insulator, bad conductor, but we are making them conductor because to increase their property application in the electronic industry, automobile industry, etc., mechanical industry, etc. So we have made the first one is conductive element filled polymer. So here the extrinsic polymer you have already prepared. Then suppose that we have to convert it into a electric wire. So we have to pour the molten mass in the mold of electric wire. So at the stage of molding, if you will add any one out of it, metallic fiber or metallic oxide or carbon black, molding करत असताना, synthesize करत असताना नाही, सिंथसाइज झाल्यानंतर जेव्हा आपण मोल्डिंग करतो त्यावेळेला जेव्हा तुम्ही यापैकी काहीही एक थोड्या अमाऊंट मध्ये टाकलं तर इट विल स्टार्ट कंडक्टिंग द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. देन इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज कंडक्टिव्ह एलिमेंट फील्ड पॉलिमर. सिंथसाइज करत असताना, तयार करत असताना आपण टाकत नाहीये कंपाऊंड, पण मोल्ड करत असताना, त्याचे ऍप्लिकेशन पार्ट चालू असताना, मोल्डिंग करत असताना आपण टाकतोय. त्याला म्हणायचं कंडक्टिव्ह एलिमेंट फील्ड पॉलिमर. आणि दुसरं म्हणजे जेव्हा आपण सिंथेसिस करत असताना टाकतो त्याला म्हणायचं ब्लेंडेड कंडक्टिंग पॉलिमर. These are the two types of extrinsically conducting polymer. These are the two types of extrinsically conducting polymer. One is conductive, in which this conductive material is added during molding, not during manufacturing. In this case, the conducting material are added during manufacturing. So we have conductive element filled polymer and we have blended conducting polymer. So we will stop here now. I will, what is the time now? 7 minutes are there. Okay, I will take little more. Now these are the application of conducting polymer. These are the application of conducting polymer. Up to this we will do it and then we will stop it. Within 2 minutes, learn all the application. Then I will share the attendance link. And it's a kind request, don't submit the same response 2 times. If hereafter I will find the 2 times you have sent the response of the your attendance, you will be marked absent. Again and again I am telling you, send the response, fill the form only once and send it only once. Don't send it twice. So learn all the application. If our MCQ type question may be there, out, out of the following property, which is out of the following application, which is not the application of conducting polymer. So these are the application. Out of that, whichever unknown is there, not included here, that you have to find it out. So which are application you should know by hearted, learn thoroughly, then only which one is not there you can find out. Now hereafter, please don't get added at the last moment. At least 5 minutes before you start attending the class. It's a request. It's a request. Huh? So, and only one small complaint I should say, or request, consider it as a request. There are few roll numbers whose attendance is very less. I had to cite them 4, 5, 6 roll number 2, 9, 19, etc. Many more are also there, but these I have observed that 2 or 3 times they have bunked the lecture. Please do not do it. If you will not get it, you ask me in the evening again. I will explain. I will share all the PPTs and explain, but get it done till date in last 29 plus year. This 15th March, I am going to complete 30th year of my experience. I have not given the result less than 90% of my subject. Please, please, please help me to get that result this time also. You are good student, you are brainy student. Make use of it. Don't bunk the classes. We are not going to force you for 100% attendance, but I think that I am teaching well and you should take the benefit of this. Please, it's a request. Whether the government says 50% attendance is sufficient or 90, we are not worried about it. If you want thorough knowledge, at least do that. Whatever the exam pattern may or may not be there, etc., that is not our headache. But knowledge wise, when we have to appear for the campus interview, you must have the thorough knowledge about it, the terms explained about it. Okay, so we'll stop here. I will share the link for the attendance. Please give the attendance only once, and please join next time the lecture from the beginning. Yes, any query? Any query?
No, ma'am.
Any number of times you call me, 6 to 10, 6 to 10 you call me any number of times. I am free. Why not during daytime? Only because uh, only because and on private WhatsApp also you will be, yeah, some questions are related to VOLP and ERP. It is under construction because everyone is dependent on online submission. That is why it is under construction. Presently, we are able to fill only your attendance, nothing else. But syllabus I have uploaded on the VLP. Class code also I have given. Please ask the Patil ma'am for the any queries, further queries, how you can assess by using your official mail. You have to access to the classroom and you have to see all the videos will be there slowly and steadily uploaded. Do it. I will provide you the PPT. Second unit, we are trying to cut short little bit. Once it is done, I will share the PPT of both unit 1 and unit 2 to your class. Don't worry about it. It is my duty. Please submit the response only once. Please submit the response only once. No side music, please. Please. I can see who is doing this. Who is he? Who is he? Huh?
Ma'am, ma'am, this is an outsider, ma'am. There someone is coming and disturbing our meetings, ma'am. This happened in Madhavi ma'am's class as well, ma'am. Calculus.
Maths class.
And they are hacking my class.
Huh?
This is, ma'am, this is not from our section, and this is someone outsider, ma'am. This happened in calculus lecture as well.
Today?
ये हर बार का है मैम
No, ma'am.
इंस्टीट्यूट के अंदर
आज
कुछ
का नहीं, 2-3 दिन पहले का, लास्ट वीक का है।
Hey, but
ma'am.
who is
Last week,
making
ma'am.
this noise? Who is making this noise?
मैम कोई अनोनमस है।
No, is he from our group only? Those who have joined?
No, ma'am.
No ma'am, it's not from our
बाहर
class.
का है मैम वो
कोई बाहर का है।
Someone take the lead, or every one of you take the lead and find out. Next time I want the name. Huh? Why some external can interfere with our class? If he has only VIIT, don't share the link with any friend of yours to disturb our classes. If that is found out, then some strict action may be taken against you. Don't share these links with outsiders. If you will share, it may be possible that they can log in. First and last warning to you.